Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this show to recap the NASCAR Truck Series Championship that happened at Phoenix tonight. For the Truck Series, your 4 championship contenders. Obviously, Corey Heim, who had 11 wins heading to this race. Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt, and Ankrum were your 4 championship contenders. Ankrum got caught up in that second-to-last restart crash. So, at least, thank God, Corey Heim won the championship, but some of these shit is just why the playoffs just suck, especially for the championship. So, there's like 4 or 5 to go. I just don't get it. Connor Mosack blue tire hit the wall. I don't get it. If you know there's 5 laps to go in a championship race and you have an issue, why don't you just pull off the track? I'm so excited to get rid of this one race bullshit, and where is the respect for the other teams by staying out with a tire going down? State of the sport. And they called, I think, the driver, crew chief, and spotters of the trailer. That has to be some sort of serious penalty, right? Like, there's no excuse for that. You can't just, why stay on the track and affect that? But for why he stay on the track, maybe all you have to do is look who his teammate is. That's why the whole team was called to the trailer, so it's probably some blatant race manipulation to cause a caution right there. Also, the 2 drivers staying out stacked up the field. I think it was Parsons and Butcher. It stacks up the field, and then there's a big crash. That shit's sometimes just why people ask, well, why you hate the playoffs? That's why I hate the fucking playoffs. But thankfully, Corey Heim wins the race and the truck championship. Wins 12 races, deserved it. Thank God. Thank you, Corey Heim, for that holy God restart. Thank goodness. Now, send this one race championship to the sun. He sent him to that 35 cut card. APP as soon as possible. So, thankfully, he won it. And he had to earn it. Making that move 7 wide was impressive. I'm glad that's what won it for him. And then had the restart to win it, clearing Ty Majeski. So thank God Corey won it. One of the greatest truck seasons ever, like wins-wise. 12 wins and a championship. I don't know if he'll ever be outdone. Like, he's a true talent. I'm glad he won it. I mean, the only thing stopping him was the stupid late race cautions. I mean, maybe he should have been penalized for the restart while laid back, but look, that shouldn't decide a champion. You want Ty Majeski to win the championship with what, 1 win? But the right guy won in the end. NASCAR's definitely breathing a lot easier now that Corey won the championship, for sure. But yeah, shit like that near the end just makes me hate one race championships. Shit like that out of your control. But NASCAR avoided the Halloween horror show because it is a Halloween. So when the lights were the brightest, he wins the championship and the race. But but this is like, no, Patrick. Heim winning in spite of the playoffs does not justify its existence. I still want all this shit away. Can't wait for all of the people who get paid by NASCAR to justify the system just because he won it. I want the system gone regardless. He would have been the champion weeks ago without this stupid playoff bullshit. So thankfully he won the championship. And also the fact that the truck broadcast can't even bother to be at the track for the championship tells you the state of Fox Sports and their caring for NASCAR. Can't even have them out at the track for the championship. But yeah, it just become a shit show the last however many laps. There was a bunch of big crashes though in this race as well. A bunch of big crashes. I mean, I'm glad Heim won and he 1,000% deserved it. I am annoyed though, however, people will say, oh, see, the playoffs work. Yeah, Kime could have right hooked every single truck in the field. My response would be good. He made sure that we had deserving champions. He performed like a champion the whole year. Shouldn't just one race shouldn't determine it. You never know. If he was on like a truck back, he could have got involved in that big accident. But it's almost as if being at the track gives you so much more depth perception than having to rely on Fox's shitty cameras. They don't even don't even know who the leader off pit road is, and no excitement in the booth. They could care less to actually show some excitement. Yeah, I'm glad the best truck won. Thank God, 12 wins this year, and even when he wasn't winning, he got good, consistent finishes. That felt like unnecessary, artificial drama for him to even have to overcome to even lift. But I swear, 7 wide, that's... NASCAR loves it. Right driver one, privilege to say, I've been able to watch an excellent team piece together a generational season. And executed to such a incredible level, despite the best efforts of NASCAR. Same again tomorrow, please. Just give me a Zilch championship. Hopefully it happens. The road to get there could have been paved with dumber stones and of many changes that can be made to these series. Hopefully it's one they follow through with for next year. Lots of things needed for trucks, but that's definitely it. But the fact that a back marker staying out with a damaged truck has a direct implication on the championship is all that needs to be said. No, I know nothing, well, big crash happened, but... Oh, give us a Game 7 moment. I'm tired of these sports references coming to NASCAR. Take a shot every time somebody says Game 7 moment or 2007 Patriots. The Patriots aren't playing 40 different teams out there every week? Tired of Game 7 moments. But that's one of the most deserved champions probably ever of the playoffs. Between the 81 not pitting with a clear failure and then the absolute insane decision making by the 7 and 62 teams, few of them tried really hard. So that's just what I think. The right driver won, but yeah, it was a shit show there at the end. I don't even know what to rate this race, honestly. It was kind of a fucking shit show there the last, 5 laps. There was a bunch of big crashes. I'm sure everyone's going to love that. But yeah, Corey Heim wins the race and the championship. Ty Majeski finishes second. Caden Honeycutt third. Respectfully, none of these guys would have deserved it. Majeski's been irrelevant all season, and Honeycutt, look, he's been good in that 52 truck since he's got in it, but he hasn't won. Lane Riggs fourth, Roger Carruth fifth, Jake Garcia sixth, Corey LaJoy seventh, Chandler Smith eighth. How about Tyler Wright finishing ninth? I believe in his truck debut. How about that? Jack Wood 10th. That's when you know it was a shit show. He finished 10th. Matt Mills 11th, Stephen Parsons 12th, Matt Crafton 13th, Tyler Ingram 14th. I believe he got caught up in that last wreck. Nathan Bird 15th, Luke Baldwin 16th, Spencer Boyd 17th, Greg Van Alst 18th, Frankie Muniz 19th, Clayton Green 20th, Tanner Gray 21st, Caleb Costner 22nd, Cole Butcher 23rd, DNF, Brandon Finger 24th, DNF, Tony Roger 25th. Man, even finishing, she ain't finishing better than 2 trucks at DNF. Carter Mosack 26th, piece of shit. Bailey Curry 27th, Brent Cruz 28th, Ben Rhodes 29th, and Perez Delara 30th, Gio Ruggiero 31st, Maggio 32nd, Daniel Hemrick 33rd, and Dawson Sutton 34th and last. But yeah, I'm sure people will glaze NASCAR's format now, because on 7 wide, oh my god, who cares? But the fact this guy doesn't have a fucking cup ride next year for some reason is bullshit, utter bullshit. But thank God we got the legitimate champion. My 7 wide restart. But Jamie Little is so fucking bad at this, my god. She's terrible. For some god-awful reason, they didn't hire Rick Allen to do commentary for the trucks. My God, can't bother to show any excitement. And calling a race from a screen in Charlotte doesn't make it any better. Because Fox is too lazy to get him out to the fucking track. But, yeah, but the 81 is the 18's teammate, so that's why there was a caution. That's why he stayed out and caused a caution. But there were some hard crashes. But yeah, that's kind of all I got to say here. Thankfully, Corey Heim won the championship. Hopefully, Zealot, your favorite Xfinity driver, can win the championship tomorrow. If he doesn't, I will be very pissed. And I will voice my frustration. I've voiced it the whole last few years with the playoffs. I'm not going to stop now. But yeah, the race, I guess I'll give it like, I don't know, dude, like a 3 out of 10. Just that bullshit the last 5 laps really drove it down. At least Corey won, but still, that's just stupid that you have to have that drama to try and make the championship exciting. If it wasn't for this format, he would have had it locked up weeks ago. He's been the best driver all year. Thankfully, he got it done. But, yeah, that's all to say, man. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace.